Our top story tonight, a deadly chain reaction crash in Chatham County has left 2 people dead and 3 others hurt. And now we're hearing about the people who rushed to help in the moments after the collision. Georgia State Patrol says it all happened yesterday on Georgia State Route 204 near 9 Line Apparel. Investigators say a tractor trailer driven by 74-year-old Willie Roberson was heading east when he swerved into traffic to avoid a vehicle in front of him. Roberson later died from his injuries. The truck collided with an oncoming westbound vehicle and both vehicles caught fire after the impact. Investigators say the truck then hit the rear of another eastbound car, pushing it into the westbound lanes where it struck a 5th car. 27-year-old Alexandra Thomas, a passenger in the westbound Ford Flex, did not survive. That's where we find ourselves tonight, with a closer look at those who stepped in to help first responders and victims in the immediate aftermath. WSAV's Isabella Baez has how they say they knew they had to act and what they saw moments after that crash.
A group made up of past first responders and veterans here at 9 Line Apparel say they sprang into action when they say they heard what sounded like an explosion. Then, as they started to run outside, they realized it was cars covered in flames.
Nobody said, "Hey, go help." We just all sprinted out of the office.
John Bohannon, director of sales at 9 Line Apparel, says he jumped out of his office along with a handful of his co-workers, one who was only on the job for 4 days. He says they ran outside the building to see a cluster of cars. He says he can still hear the cries for help and smell the smoke.
It was tough to see. Sorry, God. Yeah, it was tough. It was tough. There's a lot of people that were desperately yelling for help.
Bohannon says even though they might not be active military or first responders anymore, their instincts never left.
They jumped right in, applied tourniquets, got individuals pulled away from the fire. The retail team was down there just supporting the victims, just staying with them through the whole process, talking to them, keeping them awake.
He says tragic doesn't describe how truly traumatic the crash was. And the 9 Line team want the victim's family to know that they did their best to help where they could.
Hopefully knowing that there were a group of human beings who cared and loved people unconditionally no matter what, that were responding to it. Hopefully that gives some peace.
Bohannon also wants to extend his gratitude to his team, who didn't hesitate to help, and says if any of the victims or families have any questions, to feel free to reach out. Reporting in Savannah, I'm Isabella Baez, WSAV News 3. On your side.
New information tonight in 2 separate homicide investigations in Chatham County. The coroner has now identified both victims, a 23-year-old woman and a 34-year-old man. 23-year-old Fort Stewart soldier Denise Williams was found dead Tuesday night on Ford's Point Circle. Investigators say that she was shot and stabbed at least once. Taj Hempel was arrested on Tuesday night in connection to the case and later charged with murder. WSAV has reached out to officials to confirm his military status. In a separate incident, Savannah police say a man is dead after an alleged attack on a woman on Teresa Drive. Officers say the stabbing happened Tuesday night around 10 in the 2200 block. When police arrived, they found 34-year-old Henry Crawley dead from stab wounds. Investigators say the woman told police Crawley attacked her and another man stepped in to defend her. The woman suffered non-life-threatening injuries. Police in Statesboro are investigating after shots were fired at an apartment complex, leaving property damaged but no injuries. It happened last night at St. Charles Place on Lanier Drive. When officers arrived, they found no one hurt but evidence of gunfire and damage to property. Authorities have now issued warrants for 17-year-old Levi River Williams. He is charged with aggravated assault and criminal property damage, is now being sought by law enforcement. New tonight, with the 4th of July holiday weekend underway, law enforcement across the Coastal Empire is warning drivers about one of the deadliest threats on the road, drunk driving. Mothers Against Drunk Driving is a national nonprofit dedicated to ending impaired driving and supporting victims. A spokesperson for the organization says every crash caused by a drunk driver is preventable. They urge people to make a plan before they start drinking, whether that's choosing a designated driver, scheduling a ride share, or using public transportation. The spokesperson also shared a personal story saying one decision to drive impaired can change lives forever.
Celebrating with my friends when a drunk driver was also celebrating with his friends. And then when I started to walk back to my hotel, he was driving back to his next destination. He was drunk. He should not have been driving, and he crashed into me as a pedestrian. Drunk driving not only affects the family, it affects so many other people, including the drunk driver. So many families talk about getting that call that they pray that they'll never get.
You can also expect a more noticeable law enforcement presence on the roads. Several local agencies and sheriff's departments are cracking down on drunk driving this weekend. Whether you're planning to spend the day on the beach, by the pool, or watching fireworks, the heat will be a big part of the holiday. Knowing the signs of heat-related illness could help keep you safe. WSAV's Tyler Nicole has what doctors say you should do before heading out.
Temperatures are expected to reach into the high 90s this holiday weekend, so splash pads just like the one behind me, cooling centers and pools are open all weekend long to help keep everyone safe and comfortable as they celebrate America turning 250 years old.
It felt good. It was nice and cold.
Heat illness and exhaustion are the biggest things to watch out for this holiday weekend.
The heat is very concerning to us, especially when we have these heat waves. So when you have 100-degree heat and actually in certain elements it can get even higher, you got to be really careful. Make sure you know the concerns and the causes of the heat illness.
Experts say drink plenty of electrolytes along with your regular water. Stay in the shade and take advantage of bodies of water to keep cool like splash pads and pools. The most important tip, listen to your body and know when to call it quits.
We recommend no alcohol. We recommend no caffeine. Those things will actually act as diuretics and cause you to urinate out more than you take in. So with that, we want to make sure you have the balanced electrolyte solution. When you start getting nausea, vomiting, weakness, dizziness, excessive sweating, and then you start worrying about heat exhaustion, that's when you know it's time to get out of the heat and get inside.
And if you don't listen to your body, the outcome could be even worse.
If you do not do that and you continue, sometimes you'll get elevated fevers, you'll get altered mental status, and that'll turn into a heat stroke, and that can literally kill you.
Now you can find a full list of all the splash pads, cooling centers, and pools that are open on our website, WSAV.com, as well as the times that they are open from. Tyler Nicole, WSAV News 3, on your side.
And now to our Washington newsroom, where thousands are gathering on the National Mall for a sweltering America 250 celebration. At the same time, the event is becoming a political flashpoint, with supporters calling it a historic celebration, critics saying it's shifted into a political showcase ahead of the holiday. WSAV's Raquel Martin in Washington with the latest.
The excitement is building, but so is the temperature, so much that earlier in the day, event organizers had to temporarily close the festival.
The sound of fighter jets echoed across the nation's capital as military flyovers kicked off the country's highly anticipated 250th birthday celebration.
I'm so excited to be here. It's on a Saturday. It's almost like God meant for us to come here.
The group organizing the event, Freedom 250, say this is just the beginning. Attendees can expect a weekend packed with concerts, patriotic events, and a record-breaking fireworks show.
The biggest fireworks show that anyone has ever seen.
But the biggest story may be the weather.
I'm struggling.
Yeah, it's up there.
With temperatures pushing into the triple digits, Friday, organizers temporarily closed down the fair. The heat is not changing the president's plan.
July 4th, it's going to be approximately 107 degrees out. And I'm going to go and I'm going to make a really long speech.
The same goes for the president's supporters who travel near and far for the big day.
We are so excited and a big Trumper.
Democrats, meanwhile, accused the president of hijacking what was intended to be a celebration for all Americans after announcing July 4th will be a Trump rally.
We need to celebrate America and the diversity and struggles that America has gone through, not the vanity of the sitting president.
Many say they'll still mark the nation's birthday, just somewhere else.
Our pride as Americans can't be taken away from us, no matter who is in the White House.
Freedom 250 organizers deny the event is partisan. For now in Washington, Raquel Martin, back to you.
Thousands are expected to fill Savannah's riverfront tomorrow for one of the largest fireworks displays in the area. The celebration begins at 6 with live entertainment across 3 locations: the Riverfront Plaza, Eastern Wharf, and Plant Riverside. The night will end with a 20-minute fireworks show set to patriotic music beginning at 9:30 from a barge in the Savannah River. If you're looking to avoid some of the largest crowds on the downtown side, the Savannah Convention Center on Hutchinson Island will offer free public fireworks viewing with parking available for $30 per vehicle. Celebration in full swing in Bluffton tonight as families gathered at Martin Family Park in Old Town to kick off their 4th of July festivities. The event featured live music, food vendors, bounce houses, carnival games, and other family-friendly activities, all leading up to the night's fireworks show over the May River. Town officials also reminded attendees that personal fireworks are illegal within Bluffton town limits and said officers are patrolling the area throughout the evening to help keep the celebration safe.